Mr. Poe.
Thank you, Madam Chair and honorable committee members. My name is Paul Poe. I work for Dart Container Corporation. We are a food manufacturer of food service products. We make everything from foam to paper, plastics to compostable, all recyclable. We make about 4,000 different products, and I'm going to start with the most important thing, and then I've got a bunch of other smaller issues that I think are worth hitting on. But around 4 years ago, DART coordinated with Rhode Island Resource Recovery with Sarah. Was it Sarah Kite?
Yeah,
Sarah, yeah. And she's up in Chittenden County now, I think, yeah. And Rhode Island is and I'm only here for Senate Bill 268 and the polystyrene part of that. And I will say that because it's bundled with a plastic bag and paper bill and expanded polystyrene, I just want to say, as been stated before by some of the proponents, and I'm opposed to the bill, is that no particular substrate in this bill should rise or fall on the merits of the other. So if you don't like plastic bags, polystyrene shouldn't fail. If you don't like expanded polystyrene, plastic bags shouldn't fail. That's where we're starting. But the big issue is that DART worked with Sarah about 4 or 5 years ago, and Rhode Island is actually the only state in the United States that has statewide access to foam recycling. There's a drop-off in Johnstown, and we accept and pick up everything that they collect, whether it's food service or food packaging or block foam like a TV or a computer or a refrigerator comes in. It goes into a bin, we pick it up, we take it back, and we recycle it. So it's the only MRF in the state. We've worked out a program. So actually, Rhode Island should be proud of the fact that it's the only state that has total access in the state to for the ability to recycle foam. And the majority of the foam that we recover may not be food service, but it's a block foam that comes around big products. And the benefit to the state is twofold. If you ban our products, or if you put a fee on our products, or if you mandate a different product that's more expensive. So on the retail end, if someone buys a $1 cup of coffee and they're getting in a cent styrofoam cup, and you mandate a compostable cup, say it's exponentially more, 5 cents or whatever, so it's either going to be paid by the consumer or the retailer that will either eat the fee or pass along to the consumer. And any other product that's mandated is going to be heavier. It's going by weight and volume. A foam cup is 95% air. The life cycle analysis of a foam cup compared to a paper cup, which most people don't realize, is 10% polyethylene. Because if you just had a straight paper cup, hot liquid would leach out into the cup and dissolve it immediately. So a paper cup is 10% plastic, and a foam cup is 95% air. So when we recover all this material in Johnstown, we take it back to Pennsylvania. It's chopped up. If it's dirty, we rinse it, dry it. It's made into little beads, and then it's not used again for food service because of FDA regulations. But then places like Princeton Molding in New Jersey will take these beads, and if you've ever been to a Target or a Walmart and bought a picture frame or something like that, that's all recovered polystyrene. I'm sure this is real wood crown molding, but if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and it's green and you put it up and paint it, that's all recovered expanded polystyrene. or if you bought a 3M, if you've ever moved anyone into a new home, and you've got the red tape dispenser that you put tape over a box, that red tape dispenser is recovered expanded polystyrene. So it is recyclable. We do it statewide here in conjunction with the state. So I think that's very important to know. And one of the benefits of us doing this with the state is that the percentage of food service that we get back from the recovery in Johnstown, the majority is block phone. And if we didn't provide this service to the state on a public-private partnership, all that foam would be going into your landfill, or you'd be burning it. But it would be taking up a lot of space where it doesn't need to be. Right now, we're taking all that off the state's hands. The state doesn't have to pay for anything. But if you ban food service, that partnership that we have with the state, if we're not welcome in the state for our food service products, I don't think it's a smart business decision to continue that service to the state when we are not welcome in Rhode Island. That would be the message that our company would get. We want to continue. We've been a good corporate citizen. We've taken this out of your landfill for 5 years, and I think it's a great example of a public-private partnership. The other thing that I think is interesting to note, we make red Solo cups. Everybody knows red Solo cups. A red Solo cup, if you turn it over, it'll have a number 6 on the bottom. A Dunkin' Donuts foam cup will have a number 6 on the bottom. They're the exact same material. And so any fear of one being a health hazard, expanded polystyrene has been on the market as a food service product for over 50 years. There's never been one health-related case to expanded polystyrene. And folks that want to talk about health issues with expanded polystyrene or polystyrene often conflate styrene, which is a liquid, and polystyrene. One's a monomer, and polystyrene is a polymer. It's just a long chain of the same, but it's a solid. And even though styrene has been considered by the Federal Health Institute of Health or whatever as a potential carcinogen, polystyrene has not. And so you have a styrene and a polystyrene, and I just don't want those to get conflated or confused. As I said, we have statewide recycling opportunities here in the state. And the other thing is, it's been hinted at, the cost differential on products. A business that caters to a market that wants compostable products or recyclable products and switches to those has that opportunity. A smaller business that's working on zero or very small margins that needs a product to stay in business, they should have that same opportunity to choose a product that keeps them in business. And they have the opportunity to recycle it. They need the opportunity to use what keeps them in business. So if you want to switch to a compostable or recyclable product, that's great, and we're all for that. But it should be whatever decision is best for a company or a restaurant or a small business to stay in business. They should have that ability to make that decision. And lastly, I've got a couple other things, but they're technical bill things. So if under the bill, there are hardship exemptions, but nothing for polystyrene. It's anything but polystyrene, and I would disagree with that. As I said, polystyrene is the life cycle analysis. It uses less energy, water, and the less greenhouse gases. Maybe counterintuitive, and it takes up 2.5 times landfill space by weight and volume. So a business should have the ability to make that decision. And